Okay, so we are going to continue on talking about logarithm properties. This is part 3. So what we'll do is we'll use properties of logs to write a given log as a sum difference and or product of logs, and then we'll use properties of logs to express logs as a single logarithm. So recall from last time we talked about a few different properties of logarithms. The first is the change of base formula. This is to be able to really put a logarithm in a calculator and use the calculator to evaluate. We have the product rule, where if we have two things being multiplied inside the log, we can write it as the sum. We have the power rule, where if we have a power inside of the logarithm, it comes out as multiplication. And then we have the quotient rule, whereas if we have two items being divided, we can rewrite that as the difference of two logarithms. So we will use those as we go through the lesson today. So example 1, rewrite as a sum or difference of logarithms. So we have log base c of x squared times y to the 4th times z. So there's a couple different things going on here. We have multiplication and we also have powers. So we can expect a sum from the multiplication, and then we can expect things being multiplied on the outside from the powers. So one thing I want to mention is notice that the power of 2 is for x only, and the power of 4 is for x only. So we can't start off by bringing any powers up front. We have to rewrite this as a sum first, and then we can use the product rule. Okay, so as a sum, we have log base c of x squared plus log base c of y to the 4th. Remember, the base stays the same, plus log base c of z. Now we can use the product rule, or when we have a power, to where this 2 will only come in front of the log that has the x, and the 4 will only come in front of the log that has the y. And again, that's because that power is for that piece specifically. Okay, so we have 2 log c x plus 4 log c y plus log c z. So here is the final answer. Next expresses a single logarithm. So now we're going the other way around. So before we had one logarithm that we were breaking up. Now we're given it to us broken up, and we're going down to one log. So this is being added. So we are going to use the product rule. Okay, and so this is rewritten as a single log of log base b of 5 times 72. And then you can use your calculator to find out what 5 times 72 is, and that's 360. So as a single logarithm, this is log base b of 360. Next expresses a single logarithm, and if possible, simplify. So since we have subtraction here, going back to our properties, subtraction corresponds to the quotient rule. Okay, so we would have ln, this is our numerator, and what's being subtracted is our denominator. So we have x squared minus 49 over x minus 7, okay, and the instructions say simplify. So you want to be suspicious of factoring here, particularly with that x squared. Okay, so x squared minus 49, that's the difference of two perfect squares. So that's x minus 7, x plus 7, and then our denominator of x minus 7. So our x minus 7s can cancel, and we're left with ln of x plus 7 as our final answer. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.